Welcome, Hiller fans, to Dave Hughes Stadium, where tonight your Hillers take on the Needham Rockets. Hi, my name is Rick DeCina here with Dandy Don Lehman. And Don, as they say in the racing world, it looks like tonight we're stepping up a class, taking on Needham.
Yeah, this is a very interesting early season matchup for the Hillers. We're venturing into Division I here. It's a little larger school. They've got a history as a winning football program. So this is just an excellent football matchup. And kudos to Coach Gerard and kudos to D. King and whatever. I mean, let's go. This is a fun game.
Yeah, in terms of getting a matchup with the Division I school, that's been a powerhouse in a lot of athletics. That is a very good feather to have in your cap, especially if you can pull off the victory tonight. Before we get into tonight's game, let's talk a little bit about what happened in Wayland last night here in Hopkinton, or last week, not last night. And let's talk a little bit about what went on. It looked like a little carryover from the end of 2017.
Well, from my perspective, Rick, the team did not really look like they missed much of a beat. I mean, they've got Ryan Kelleher, quarterback, who, we'll speak about him throughout the game. Very accomplished quarterback. Actually, the most accomplished quarterback in Hopkinton history right now as far as touchdown passes. The running game, they've got a new kid in there, Matt Brown, who's not a new kid. He's just a kid that didn't run the ball last year. Yeah. He didn't even play offense last year, and but he did very well. You got some receivers, I'll tell you, who stepped up big time, and we knew he was a player, but it was Luke DeLoya, who has just been, had the game, a fantastic starting game last week, and he's going to prove to be a leader all year. So this team is still fast on defense. They've got a big senior class, and this is a great matchup for them.
Yeah, so I would like to say thank you to Jake Ulfie, who stepped in for me last Friday as I was on vacation. I did listen to the broadcast.
Wait, Terosian gave you vacation?
Well, that and a bonus, too. So you might want to ask for more holdout next year.
Okay.
I listened to the broadcast. You guys did a terrific job. Represented HCAM well.
Jay does a great job. Great filling.
So you guys did a tremendous job. So I also would be remiss. We have YouTube live streaming here in Hopkinton now. We're really moving into the technology side of things, Don.
I guess so. I mean, we're live. Our first live experience was, if you remember, was Thanksgiving last year.
Yes,
and it was live. And now we're live on YouTube, so this is kind of exciting. And, the more viewers we have, I mean, Hiller football, it's great once you move away. You can still, catch it. If you're out at college or if you're an alumni, you can still watch the games. So this is good stuff. I'll tell you, Rick, I was looking out at the captain's flip.
Yeah.
Those kids, they are a big team. Needham's got some size over there.
And they got some numbers, too. I mean, you would expect – I want to talk about that at some point in the broadcast in terms of the size of schools. I was on the MIAA website, and after Jay Golden makes his announcements and we do the national anthem, we'll come back and talk a little bit about that before the kickoff.
Sounds good. Here's the national anthem.
For helping HHS win its first ever Boston Globe Division II Ames Award. This award goes to the Massachusetts high school with the highest winning percentage over the course of the fall, winter, and spring seasons. Tallying over 80 wins in each of the 3 seasons, the Hillers beat out some steep competition to earn the Ames Award honors. Let's hear it for the 2017-18 Hillers. Before we begin tonight's game, we'd like to remind you that the PBL is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash talking, and berating of players, coaches, and officials. The Tri-Valley League has adopted a zero-tolerance policy. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Thanks for creating a fun, welcoming, and positive environment here at HHS. Now, would you all please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to North End Zone as Band Director Craig Hay and the HHS Band honor the flag with the playing of our national anthem.
And there we are with the national anthem. We got a pretty good student section here tonight as the crowd starts to roll in. Not too many folks on the Needham side. But, Don, what we were alluding to before the national anthem is the size of the schools. And Hopkinton is now the largest school in the TVL. They have 535 boys enrolled, a total enrollment of about 1,110. And to give you an idea, Millis, the smallest school, which is Division 8 South, has 183 boys in their school. And you can see the discrepancy and maybe get a little understanding of why they've divided up the schools in so many divisions.
Absolutely. I mean, and credit to the MIAA for doing that. I mean, you know, at first when they laid out this playoff system, it was a little bit confusing, but really the way they've done it here really makes a lot of sense. And what is Needham have?
Well, Needham has a male enrollment of 813, so almost 300 young men more than we do.
And they're playing in D1, so
yeah,
let's go.
Division 1 South. So like I said, we're stepping up in class here, and we're about ready to get off with the kickoff, where Needham is kicking off to Hopkinton, number 19, Kyle Gilman on the kick. And it's kind of a semi-pooch kick that drops to
Zach Frank,
and he brings it up to about where he's met, right around the 28-yard line.
Looked like Zach played a little League back in his time and kind of took that on the short hop, fielded it nicely, and took it up. Needham had that covered very well, so there wasn't much room for him to run. No,
so they'll take the ball at about the 28-yard line, or 29-yard line, it looks like, where Kelleher will likely be in the shotgun. He's got three receivers to the right. He's got Brendan Kelly, Matt Brown, and I can't see, Deloyer probably to the far right.
Yeah, it's Luke Deloyer.
It's a quick pass to Kelly, and he's dropped. Picks up a couple more yards, gets down to about the 36-yard line.
Number 12, Brendan Kelly. He's a baseball player. He committed to Stonehill not long ago, and that play is interesting, Rick, because we saw that a lot last year to Lindquist.
Yeah,
there's that little dump pass. It was very effective, especially against a good pass rush.
Sure, and you can do it. You can do it with him flexed out, or you can do it with him tight, like he is now. Offset, and it's a handoff to number 24, Matt Brown. Gets the corner, but he's tracked down, and he steps out of bounds right around the 46-yard line of the Hillers. Nice run.
Line did a nice job there, and Luke Deloyer, I didn't see where he was lined up. He could have been in the slot there, but he had a nice block to spring Matt around the corner there, and he just stepped out of bounds. He would have had about another 5 yards if he wouldn't hit the line.
So that brings up a 1st and 10 at about the 40. We'll call it the 46-yard line. All right, it is the 46-yard line. Kelleher in the shotgun, three receivers to the left, two to the right. Nobody in the backfield with him. Quick pass, and another one to Kelly. And he gets a first down at the Needham 44-yard line.
That was a looks like they're running a four-man front here for Needham, and that was just that was an excellent snap, quick throw. They're going to be sitting on that. They look like they were ready for it, but Kelleher just put it right in there to Brendan. So
they may have to start chipping him a little bit to let him out that clean. So he got the running back to the left, probably Zach Frank, can't see the number, a wing right, and it's going to be Frank up the left side, cuts it up, and he's tackled at about the 39-yard line. He got bounced around pretty good. Make it the 38-yard line. Little
misdirection there by the Hillers, and Zach, he runs hard. Both of these running backs kind of run similar, Rick. They're both downhill runners. Brown seems to be a little bit of a bigger kid.
Sure, he's a lankier kid.
Yeah, but they run very similar. Both hard runners.
And again, trip straight. He looks like Kelly. I've seen him around the baseball fields, put on a few pounds. Getting a little
looks like a big kid.
Yeah. And a straight up handoff to, I don't know if that was number 40. No, probably not 42. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but a bunch of screens just fell on me. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to scare anybody.
You scared me, Rick.
Well, I don't know where they came from out of the window, I guess. Anyway.
I don't know if John Ritz is up there, but if he is, I think he fell off his chair.
Yeah, so we got about 3rd and 3 at about the 37-yard line. It's a big down. Kelleher in the backfield by himself, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. And it's going to be a quick. Tried to get a quick pass. He dumps it off to Zach Frank, who I think he got the first down. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he got it.
Down around the 32-yard line, maybe.
Hillers are doing an excellent job on this opening drive here. I mean, they're mixing it up, run, pass, keeping Needham, kind of on their heels. They're huddling. It's not like it's a hurry-up offense, but everything is quick.
Yeah, the quick pass, right? I mean, maybe they don't feel they have the speed to run with them downfield, or
I don't know. They're in and out of the huddle.
The strength to keep Kelleher in. He got compressed in that throw pretty early. So Brown takes it and he's stuffed. Probably a gain of 0.
54, the middle linebacker, looks like he might be a player to deal with tonight. He came in and filled pretty well there. Wasn't a lot of opening there for Matt.
54 being Niall Dolan, the linebacker for Needham.
I don't have my glasses, Rick. I don't know. That was well documented last week. So
I do have mine, by the way.
I can go back and forth to the roster now. Last year I couldn't do that because
just put them down on your nose and you can do both.
That's an old look, man. That's an old look.
Well, nobody's getting any younger. So we have a shotgun with Brown to the right, one receiver right, 2 to the left, and a wing. A quick drop. He wanted to throw. He comes back to the right, and he's going to get hemmed in a little bit. Number 54 the end gets him. Drops Kelleher for about a 2, maybe 3-yard loss.
Yeah, Ryan had time there. I wasn't looking downfield. I was kind of watching the line like I normally do. And they had good protection at the beginning. It looked like they had good coverage downfield. And then Ryan, I thought he could have tucked that and ran, but he kind of tried to stay in the pocket a little bit, and then it kind of collapsed.
He tried to a little bit, but I think 54 was able to get off the
block.
block.
It was 58. It might have been 58.
The guy in the corner, whoever it was in the corner here, was able to get off his block and kind of keep him in.
Yeah.
So we got
early big third down.
A pistol with a back to the left, 2 receivers to the left. 3rd and 13. He's deeper drop this time, and it's going to be a screen to Brown, and he's going to get the first. He's still going. He gets down. That's a first down, Don, at about somewhere around the 20-yard, inside the 20.
That's a great call. Sully does not run a lot of screens, but that was an excellent call right there.
Yeah, it was in the right part of the field to try it, right? I mean, if you get stuffed, you're still deep in their side of the field.
Well, in that situation there, you got to figure you're in 2-down territory. You got 13 yards. You have 2 downs to get it. That was an excellent call.
Okay, so it's 1st and 10. A pretty long drive going here. It's 6:19 in the first quarter. 2 backs, wide receiver to the right. Everything's tight. Brown going out to the left, and he squeezes through. He's running tough. He gets down to about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, those some more misdirection kind of things, and that's one thing you're going to get out of Matt Brown all night. He's going to run hard.
Yeah, I don't think he's gone down on the first contact tonight.
Well, if you remember, he was the defensive end last year, and then you'll see him on defense tonight. They have him at safety, so he can clearly run.
That's an interesting combination.
I know.
I missed last game and didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, he was a safety.
That's interesting.
I know. Yeah, he's clearly an athlete.
So we have two receivers to the right, two to the left. Brown in the backfield with Kelleher to the right. And it's a fake handoff. He rolls right, overthrows Zach
Frank.
Zach Frank. I'm looking at this thing and I see 25 Zach Levy.
Yeah, Levy's on defense.
Yep,
he's actually a little tackler. But Zach Frank, he was pretty well covered. I mean, that was a good job of Ryan just kind of throwing that away there. Now we got another big third down here. And again, you're 3rd and 7. You're on the 16-yard line. I mean, you could look for a field goal here, but you almost could treat this as you got 2 downs to get 7 yards.
Yeah. And it's about 3rd and 8 at about the 16-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, Brown to the left of Kelleher. It's a fake handoff, and he takes it, Kelleher himself, and he's at about the maybe the 11-yard line.
Yeah, you forget about that, about Ryan, because he is such a good quarterback as far as a good pocket passer, and he can also move in the pocket. You forget that he can run, which he can. He can run that zone read. He can fake it and take it up and get positive yardage. So now you got a 4th and 3 at the 11.
That's it.
Coach Gerard was not hesitating. He wants 7 here.
Well, I mean, it's still, a 21, 30-yard field goal. You don't see many field goals beyond maybe 20, 25 yards.
No. Although they've got the battery to do it. They've had the battery of
Frank to the right. Brown in the pistol behind Kelleher. He's rolling. Oh! And he set up the throw, and then the rush came in, number 58 from Needham, Jonah Kirker, sacking Kelleher at about the 15-yard line, 14-yard line.
Without looking at the pre-snap, how they were lined up there, it almost looked like Needham had overloaded that side. 58 came in unblocked, and Ryan didn't even have a chance to set up there.
So, Don, that took 6.5 minutes off the clock. At least we know they can drive the ball a little bit.
This was the same way last week, Rick. It was the first quarter. It was a quick game last week because both teams moved the ball, and Hillers can certainly show that they can.
So number 10, Ogletree pitches out to number 25, Tyler Reed. Can't get to the corner, loses about, I'll say 4 yards down around the 16-yard line.
Yes.
So that brings up 2nd and 14.
Yeah, the Hiller defense, this is going to be a nice challenge for them. They've got several playmakers, a couple of big tight ends on this roster. The quarterback's 6'5".
Well, he looks it.
Yeah.
He tucks down on the center, and it's a handoff straight up the middle. I can't see who the up back was. It could be Harvey Hibberts.
So there's a lot of new faces here, Rick, on the defense from last year, which was one of Hopkinton's best ever last year.
8 new guys on defense, right?
Yeah, yep. And like I said, it does not appear that there's still a lot of speed out there, and the scheme that Coach McLean runs is an 11 hats to the ball.
You got a timeout, Needham. There was about a 2-yard, maybe a 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd and a long 11 with 3:26 to go in the first quarter.
They don't blitz. They're a smart, well-coached defense with speed.
Yep. Now you did say they do throw the ball, and with 3 wide receivers, first 2 plays have been kind of vanilla. So let's see what they have. Number 80 swings out to the left. Number 80 being Matt Smith, the Duke commit. And a bad snap to Ogletree, but he's looking right, and he's over the middle, and it's too high for number 88, Jack Murmas. So a quick 3 and out for the Rockets. Hopkins pretty impressive on defense.
Yeah, you cannot ask for a better start right there. You cannot ask for a better start right there. You take the ball down, other than scoring for Hopkinton, but you take the ball down. Yeah, you take 8 minutes off the clock, and then you get them a 3 and out. One thing to file away though, Rick, is that kid looks like he can throw the ball.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt he can do it. Last week.
Are they punting here?
It looks like they're punting because Deloy is deep. The punter was a little late getting on. The 11th guy was a little late. The
quarterback, I think, is the quarterback stay on the field? I think he's like the right end.
Could be the end or something, but and a pretty decent kick. Deloy back. He gets it, comes to the right. Now just kind of dancing around a little bit. Still trying to get to the right, but it doesn't look like there's going to be much there. Out at around the 49-yard line of the Rockets.
Yeah, Needham looks like they're pretty solid on special teams. When you have a team that size with a class that size, your special teams is normally going to get stronger just because of the numbers that you have. They had that well covered there. I thought that there was going to be maybe a block in the back there. I was worried about them calling, but they didn't.
Okay, so with 3:07, we have a change of possession where the Hillers take over, heading towards the north end zone at the Rockets' 49-yard line. So we got a trips right and 2 receivers to the left. Number 3, very wide, Cole Salyard, the sophomore.
Cole Salyard.
And straight up ahead with Kelleher, and ice looks like around no gain, maybe a half a yard. No gain.
Yeah, there wasn't much push there. There wasn't any misdirection either. I mean, Jake. Ryan just took the snap and ran right over the
We'll probably do this all the time. Brothers can't come in back to back. There's got to be a few years between them, right?
Yeah, it is difficult. But, there wasn't much push there, so we got second down. And this is a big drive here for the Hillers. You don't get the opportunity to have this kind of field position very often in a game like this against an opponent like this.
So another Kelleher in the backfield by himself, trips to the right, 2 to the left. A little deeper drop this time. He waits, he gets flushed, and he's going to, nice. He dipped in and out, but now he's going to come up throwing, and almost picked off by number 49, Zidane Ouard, the junior.
Okay, well, it looks like we need to take a look at what Needham is doing to the Hillers receivers, because Ryan has a little bit of time. I mean, he moved around, but there's nothing open. And the thing with Kelleher is he's a smart quarterback, and he goes through his progressions. He'll look at one kid, then go to another, then go to another. So he's just not one just to flail it. So we're being covered. I'd like to take a look at what they're doing to us to keep it covered.
Well, we need some replay equipment here. We can get Mr. Tarosian to do that.
You got 2 deep safeties, I can tell you that.
So another deep drop, and he just threw it. He didn't see what it was. Probably a screen they were trying to set up. He didn't see it, and he just threw it at the feet of the receiver.
Yeah, it looked like he did that maybe a little early. Brown was just turning around there, but even if he threw that looked like it was well covered, and they were ready for it.
So that brings up a 4th and 10. A 3 and out, and I can't. Is that he is much bigger than he was last year, Brenton Kelly? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, that's Kelly punting.
I don't remember him being that big last year.
Well, I think Rick. I mean, you're not getting any bigger.
I am, just in different areas. It's blocked. Number 58 from Needham blocks it and recovers it at the 25-yard line. Jonah Kirker comes up the middle and blocks the punt. Needham takes over at the 25.
Yeah, we kind of alluded to the fact about the special teams, especially in a game like this and playing a team like this. There's going to be legit football players on that special teams. There's not going to be a bunch of tomato cans out there. There's going to be legit football players. So Hopkinton's going to have to raise their game at every level to compete here.
Well, we don't play against many. We don't play against too many Division I players, and like I said, the tight end Matt Smith going to Duke. Probably a very good player and a smart one as well.
Yeah, that 58, we've already mentioned him a couple times, and so we're going to have to keep our eyes out.
So Ogletree in the shotgun, running back to the right, trips to the left, and he looks left, and he just throws it right out. And nice tackle by number 8.
Number 8, that's
Tommy Hamlet coming up, making a tackle.
I'm not sure what's going on with the refereeing there, but the right guard for Needham tackled somebody on our defensive line. I'm not sure why it wasn't called.
All right, so it's still a shotgun. They got a tight end to the right and a wing to the right with another wide right and two to the left. Motion, number 80, Matt Smith, takes the ball, cuts it up, and not much there. Probably a pickup of about 5 maybe.
Yeah, Matt Brown came up in number 20. That was the Levy kid from last week. He's a tackler.
No, I picked up 3. I'm sorry. It's going to be third and about 7.
Needham's got a big offensive line, but you don't see much push there.
So you got the first quarter coming within the last minute, 52 seconds left.
Crowd coming to life a little bit.
Ogletree under center. And you got motion coming left. State drop back, and there certainly was a hold. I don't know, was that Doherty that came up the middle of his hill?
It was Tyler Doherty. Tyler Doherty's very fast off the ball. And that's 2 holdings I've seen in the last 3 plays. So maybe we might want to nudge the U a little bit out there.
Tony, I know you're not adverse to be yelling at an official from the booth, so I think you can do that.
Now. No, I'm not. Mike said I can't do that.
You can't do that? All right, so they're going to go for it. 4th and about 7 from about the 20, 19, I'll call it the 20-yard line. Ogletree back to throw. He throws into the corner of the end zone. Matt Smith, it's over. Oh, he caught it! What a catch! Tommy Hamlin. I think it was Tommy Hamlin. I'm looking out here. I think Tommy Hamlin was on the coverage. He was there, and Smith just went up. I mean, if this is a Division I athlete, you're just talking. He's just just doing it.
Was that him? That's
number
the
80.
Duke kid?
Number 80.
I'll tell you what. When it left the quarterback's hands, I thought it was a floater. And it was a floater, but it just floated right in.
Right to the bucket right in the corner.
Hamblin had good coverage.
Had good coverage all the way.
But the key in those combat catches, you gotta get the ball
at
its
height. You gotta get it
at
its peak. So number 43 on the kick, it's up and it's good. Number 43 being Josh Kornbluth, the junior, and the Rockets go up 7-0 with 29 seconds left in the first quarter. So the block punt turns into points, Don. That's not exactly how you want it to happen.
Nope. But, again, special teams, they come into play, and they obviously have here. Hillers took him to 4th down there. That was 4th down, right?
Absolutely.
And it took a great play by a great player to make it. So, if you're on the Hopkinton sidelines here, you're not, you're just shaking that off. You've already proven you can move the ball on this team, and you just get back to work here.
And we got Matt Brown and Zach Frank back. And number 19 to kick off for the Needham Rockets, Kyle Gilman. And that's a deeper kick that Zach Frank will take, and he busts right up the middle, and he's through for a little bit. Doesn't get touched until about the 34-yard line, where the Hillers will take over with 22 seconds left in the first quarter.
That was a nice return. And again, we're going to be watching this really closely here, the special teams now. But, Zach kind of fielded that, bobbled it for a second, but then secured it and took it up for, giving the Hillers good field position again. Now, we need to get our feet under us here and get a first down. That's key here.
So Kelleher comes out to the huddle. Oh, there was a penalty on. I didn't see the penalty. Offside on the kickoff? Offside on Needham on the kickoff. I guess it would have had to have been because there was no play run. So it's going to be 1st and 10. They got to get the sticks settled here first. 1st and 10 from about the 39-yard line. Yeah, they don't have the stick set. They got to call timeout. Looks like Kelleher is going to be on the center.
Well, it's not like we've got John Cook and.
Yeah, you're right. The old chain gang.
Yeah.
Kim
Donahue.
It's not
like we got Kim Donahue and John Cook out there.
I started that chain gang.
I know you did. I know you did. And then Trojan gave you a raise and got you up in the booth.
That's right. I had to. I took a chance. I went on a flyer.
Your career's on a great trajectory right now.
So Kelleher under center. Looks like Brown behind him. It's a jet sweep action, and I don't see who has the ball. And a lot of Needham fellows were there, and number 58 came out of that stack, Jonah Kirker.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out how to deal with that number 58 on the end there. He's definitely a force. And there was no the offensive line didn't get much of a push there. And when you run a misdirection, if you get any kind of penetration there, you forget about it.
Yeah, when you get the back starting to stutter going east and west, it's not a good thing. So that brings the first quarter to an end. The first 11 minutes went pretty quick, and the Hillers are holding their own right now, however down 7-0.
Yeah, I would say they were holding their own. I mean, you couldn't get much, a better opening drive. And, they went out on their second drive and weren't able to get anything, and then got a punt blocked. So the defense held. The defense has been pretty tough here. That was an easy drive for
it's not like 25 yards.
Well, they didn't even get any yardage. They were at 3rd and 5 or whatever, or 4th and 5.
Yep.
So it's not like the defense has been getting run up on here. So there's plenty of football left. This is just fine here.
So while we're waiting for the second quarter, we had a couple of guys last week that will recognize. Luke DeLoyer was named the Boston Globe High School Player of the Week, Division 4.
He had a heck of a game last week.
After the catches and a turnover.
Offensively and defensively.
Yeah. So Kelleher in the shotgun. He's got double wing with a stack to the right, or a tight end to the right, and 2 receivers to the left. Brown in motion. He fakes the handoff, and he pitches to DeLoyer coming across, and he's kind of caught from behind. But that was a nicely designed play, and it's pick up about 8.
Yeah, that was actually, technically a passing play there.
It was a pass, yeah.
Luke came over from his position, kind of slid in there, and Ryan just kind of shovel passed it to him. And that was a nice little pickup for 8 yards or 7 yards.
Maybe even 9.
It says 3rd and 1, but that looks like more than a yard there.
We'll call it a long one or a short 2. How's that?
In the booth referee, who absolutely is an expert. Oh, he's my favorite guy up here.
Kelleher under center, Brown behind him. That same formation with a wing and a Zach Frank going to go into the slot out to the right. That's 3 receivers, and now we're going to get a timeout. Coach Sullivan doesn't like what he sees. You know what, John? Let's try to track this now. That's 1 each in the half.
It's 1 each in the half, and they get 5.
That feels like they get 30.
So that was Coach Dan Sullivan, who's been with Coach Gerard since Coach Gerard got here 9 years ago. He's the offensive coordinator. And then you've got Dave Swanton, who was Coach Gerard's football coach at Stonehill a long time ago. And he's the assistant head coach and offensive line coach. Mark Sanborn, who's up on the is a special teams coordinator. He's up on the roof, which I want to.
On a nice night like today, it's a good place to watch the game.
I think they have him scouting the Westwood and Holliston game while he's up there. Sanborn on top of that thing, he can see forever.
Chip's right. A quick pass to Brendan Kelly. First down. Pickup of about 9 on the play, we'll call it. First down at the Rocket 47-yard line.
You watch this and you watch how they change game plans from week to week. Brendan Kelly, I don't even think they looked at him last week. This week he's already got 3 catches. So they saw something in Needham's defense, they adjusted, and now Kelly's just running that little curl route.
All right, so it's a shotgun, a lot of spinning going on. Here comes Zach Frank. He turns it up and runs into his own guy. Almost got out. Picked up about 2 maybe on the play.
Yeah, more misdirection, and Zach kind of had the edge, but then number 5 came too far upfield, so he made a nice planted his foot, made a nice cut, got another couple yards there.
Number 5 being Joe Anastasi of Needham, who kind of made him force him almost a little further outside.
Yeah, he made a nice play. I mean, he did his job. If you're the end, you don't want anybody outside of you.
So they got 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right with a wing to the right. Kelleher in the shotgun. Back. Another quick pass over the head of Zach Frank. So that'll bring up about 3rd and 9. 9:11 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Zach, he didn't get a lot of depth there. Looked like he was only a yard out into the pattern. I don't know if Ryan was expecting him to be a little deeper, but he threw that harder than it needed to be, and it kind of sailed on him. So now we got a big 3rd and 9 here.
Yeah, one of the things that surprised me, Jim Gerard's been here 9 years already. I mean, where is the time
You're not
gone,
getting
man?
any younger, I can tell you that much.
Who is, right? I
am.
read that book that
I'm
the kids
still
read.
14.
What was
I'm
it,
only
Tuck
14.
Everlasting they read in the
14,
yeah, mentally
baby.
you're 14.
Mentally.
I'm on board with that. So 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and a wing. Somebody's coming in motion. Frank, and he's going to back the pass, and he had to step into the pocket. Deloya was open, but he saw him late, and he had Matt Smith bearing down on him, had to step into the pocket and got away from him on the throw, but he saw the right thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I thought there was movement on Hopkinson's line, and I think that brought the right defensive end across a little quicker. Powers didn't really have a shot there. Powers got beat around the end. That's why Ryan had to step up and overthrew Luke. So they should have probably thrown the flag right at the beginning and just started that play over.
Well, it brings up a 4th and 9. Going to kick. Brendan Kelly to kick. And well protected, and he gets off a low liner that is not going to be fielded. And it's going to they're going to get it. Nice play at about the 4-yard line. Number 74, it looks like, Don, to me. 74, Ben Powers recovers it at around the 5-ish.
Well, Ben Powers is the long snapper, so he's snapping it. Everybody else is blocking. They're not allowed to hit him.
Nobody's
on him.
Yeah.
So he can blast down there, and he was the first run to get down there. And again, that was a nice punt by Brendan Kelly. He was a TVL All-Star last year, and that was a very, very good punt. This is a big stop now. Now you're controlling the field position. It's only 6-0. You got to keep him down on this end here.
So Ogletree's under the center. It's just a handoff up the middle, and I can't see who's got it. Well, a lot of big scrum somewhere around the line of scrimmage. I don't know, you see somebody coming up with the ball?
I'm not sure who carried the ball there, but the Hiller defense, the defensive line did a great job. Tyler Doherty, you got Powers there, number 74. You got number 20. I think I called him Levy last time. It's not Levy.
Ty Scanlon?
Yeah, Scanlon. You got number 9. You got Kieran Hur out here on the corner. You got Saparochas, number 34, inside linebacker.
2nd and 9. Under center is Ogletree. He hands off to number 25, and he's brought down before he gets to the corner. Is that number Matt Brown, number 24?
Yeah, they have Matt kind of playing a little tight. I thought he was going to get around that corner there, and then Matt just kind of came up from the safety spot and closed that down. Put them into a 3rd and long here, which would be a perfect situation for a pick 6. What do you think?
Well, yeah, it'd be a perfect situation. Can you go call that? Can you get to the Needham coach and tell him to call?
I'm always a glass half full.
Can you call that play?
Half full.
Yeah, half something anyway.
Half something.
Ogletree fakes the pass and rolls. He's in the end zone. He's rolling. He has somebody out here, and he's going to throw it anyway, and he missed it. And Kerr on the coverage.
Yeah,
Herr on the coverage.
Yeah, Herr was on the coverage.
Kieran Herr.
And he had it the whole time. He was looking at him the whole time. The guy gave Kieran a nice move here, but one more second, that would have been your pick for 6. But he had him covered. That was a great coverage.
Yeah, from the offensive side, you can't wait that long.
No.
Because 11 was open first coming back to the ball, but you got to come real hard back to the ball.
All right, so that's a big stop here. Now, how about we block a punt?
Well, you got a short distance
Swanton
here, right?
Swanton wants somebody out there.
They got too many guys out there if they don't. So, and it's a high kick. I lost it in the Deloya's back, and he's scrambling away from it. Wow, what a kick on.
Beautiful kick by Charlie Overton.
Yeah, that was a nice
Jeez,
kick.
that's a 55-yard kick, and that had a lot of height, but I lost it in the twilight. It landed somewhere around the 50-yard line and rolled.
That was a big that was a big kick, and that's kind of the way you change field position, but they really haven't. I mean, Hillers, this is our third possession here, and again, we're we're on our side, but we're at the 41-yard line. So I'd like to see them kind of mix things up here and put together a drive like they had first drive of the game.
A little who going here? We got it going on.
Oh yeah, we got the music's awesome here.
So we got the Kelleher in the shotgun, a wide pitch to Brown, and he bounces off the original tackle, who actually ultimately gets up. I don't know who that was. It was a little fella came in from was it number 45?
I think so.
We'll give it to number 45. Brendan Walsh came up real hard, made the initial stop. Brown got out of it, and then he got up and was able to wrap him and wait for his buddies to show up.
Well, the thing is that you get with Hopkinton is team speed. It looks like the Needham team also has team speed, so it's going to be difficult to get outside on them. They played it real well, very disciplined, turned Brown back in, and when you're running across the field back the other way, that's never a good situation.
Zach Brown looks like he's lined up off sides, doesn't he? But he asked for it. Okay, here we go. Quick pass. In a high pass to Zach Frank, and just a little high up through his hands. Don couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, again, that was a little hard too. It was it was high. It could have been completed, but it wasn't. I mean, you got to remember these are high school kids, so nothing's automatic. And now that the Hillers are in a situation here, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, so 3rd and 12. From their 39-yard line, 6:17 to go in the second quarter. It's trips left, lone wide receiver to the right in the shotgun. A deeper drop, He's looking at the pocket collapse. He went for Deloya.
Hey, come on, man. Oh, all right. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to accost our referee friend here in the booth because I saw. He's saying it was not catchable. He's shaking his head, or I don't know. He's shaking his head at me, telling me to leave him alone.
Yeah,
uncatchable.
No. You know what, Don?
You don't think that was interference?
Don, here's what I saw. 45 was
pushed Deloya.
No, was in front of him. Right, Deloya pushed him.
You got to remember, I'm a real homer here, so
I know. But when you're running for the ball, not to mention it wasn't catchable, but
I would say, yeah, it was definitely not catchable.
And Brendan Kelly gets a turnover kick here, and number 37 from Needham didn't fair catch it.
Interesting.
And he should have. 37 being Jack Hayes, carrying her on the tackle with number 20 Ty Scanlon.
Yeah, it's surprising you didn't fair catch that. You've got to have an idea on your surroundings there, and he was lucky not to fumble that.
Well,
ball.
I'll be honest with you. I thought I was watching the kick. I thought maybe you fair caught real early.
So, okay, it looks like Needham's defense has stiffened a little bit, Rick. And, Hopkinton, they have not given up really any yardage here. I mean, Needham has, one first down?
Yeah, something like that. It's not many. Ogletree with backs either side. Motion, number 11. That's crossing action. Here comes number 25. He spins off the original tackle. Number 25, Tyler Reed. Little crossing action with number 11, Garrett Hirsch, going in the other direction and giving it to Reed, coming this way.
Yeah, the Hillers had him bottled up there, but you can't tackle shoulder pads. This team has been very solid tackling team the last couple years here. They weren't really on that one. They had him bottled up, but you've got to make the tackle.
So it brings up a 2nd and 1 from about the 34-yard line. Ogletree in the shotgun, 2 backs either side. A high snap. He looks one way, pumps, and he's just going to loft it out there, and he gets behind the defender, and it's caught. Number 80, Matt Smith. And defending, number 8, Tommy Hamlet. That's one of those things you got a good athlete, a double move, and he just got by him.
He had the time there to do the pump fake. He had the double move. Hopkinton's got to think about putting somebody over the top to give Hamblin a little bit of help on that kid.
Well, not just Hamblin, just anybody.
Well, number 80
should probably have 2 guys on him.
Yeah, I mean, number 80, he's a D1 recruited tight end. He's got height. The quarterback can throw the ball. He's got a real arch on that.
Well, you saw
on that ball.
You saw him. He was running. Hamblin and Smith were running together, and the ball got lofted, and all of a sudden there was separation to where the ball was going.
All right. Yeah, you need to put somebody over the top on that kid, I think.
Okay, so now it's 1st and 5 from the Hopkinton 30-yard line, or 29-yard line maybe. 4:56 left to go in the second quarter, and Reed pounds it straight up off tackle and still going. But, and picks up about, I'll say 4 yards down to the 20, down to the 25, Don?
Yeah, I mean, he kept running hard. The line kept moving their feet. Everyone kept moving their feet, but it's still not a first down here. So it's going to be set up. It's going to be second down.
Second and a long, 2. A lot of action there for just a short game.
Down.
No, it was first. They had a penalty. It was 1st and 5.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Ogletree under center. Power I formation. Garrett Hirsch in the motion and straight up to number 40, and that fooled nobody. Number 40, Angelo Davos.
Defensive line playing tough here. Saparoch just came in from his linebacker spot and just filled that hole. You got Scanlon, number 20, filling it, doing a nice job. Brendan Kelly's on the outside there as an end.
So that brings up a 3rd and short. There was no gain on the play. We'll call it 3rd and 2. This is 2-down territory. I'm guessing Needham, as most high school teams, don't have a long leg.
Unless I've got Jan Stenerud. You like that, Rick? You like how I pulled that one?
You went into the vault for that one.
Oh, yeah.
They got a power eye. And fakes it, and he fooled the lineman, and he's got – he dropped it. He's wide open. Number 88. Wide open, Jack Murmis should have made the catch, Don.
I think he's the other big tight end that they referenced in the media guide, and he almost looked surprised that he was getting the ball.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, no receiver should be surprised. They want that ball.
I don't know. He looked like he was. He did not look like he was ready for it. It was a nice throw. It got bounced off his left hand, bounced off his right hand, and that was it. So now, okay, here's 4th down. Let's go, D. Make a play.
There you go. I mean, this is a big down, right? You're at the 25-yard line. 4th and about 2, 3:14 left to go in the half, and they got a power eye right, and it's just going to pound it in, and I think he got it. Reed got it down to about the 17-yard line, the 22-yard line. I'm sorry.
That was just a pretty simplistic power right, and number 68, the right tackle, right guard, number 75. They've got some size there. They laid some nice blocks, and now they had a lead blocker. That was pretty easy pick up there for Needham.
Okay, so it's 1st and 10 around the 23-yard line. Ogletree under center. Power I formation. He drops back to pass. Just a quick out. And number 80, Smith, picks up about 6 on the play, maybe 7.
Just a quick throw. I mean, Needham's offense is kind of getting into a little bit of a flow here. So it would nice to be able to get some sort of splash type of play by the Hillard defense, because it almost feels like we're back on our heels right now. So it's 2nd and, we'll call it a long 2. Long 2. And they're in that power I, Don. They seem to be doing a lot out of it, though. It's a little old school. And it gives it to the crossing action. The back Reed pounds it right up down to about the 5-yard line. Yeah, 25 looks like they don't list heights and weights here. No, it's a smaller kid, but stocky. Yeah, he looks pretty powerful. Quick. Yeah, pretty quick. Offensive line looks to be doing a nice job here for them. They're the Hillers aren't getting off their blocks at all, and it's given Needham room to run here. So timeout called by Hopkinton with 2:06 to go in the half.
with a first down and goal at about the, I'm going to call it like the 7-yard line.
Yeah, I mean this is a big series here because it's a swing. You know, if you could somehow keep them off the scoreboard or at least out of the end zone. Who got the ball? Did we kick? Oh, we got the ball. So yeah, this is huge for Hopkinton. You got to almost keep him out of here because Needham's getting the ball in the second half.
Yeah. What they call that, situational football? Know the situation,
or just defense.
Well, I mean, know the situation, right? One score could turn into 2 scores.
Yeah, you've got to kind of sell out here and try and keep them out of the end zone because this could, you could be out of this game midway through the third quarter very easily.
So we got it cranked up with Queen here, doing the best we can to get this crowd going. The student section's really going.
We got another nice crowd here.
And we got a great night for football too, Don. It's perfect outside. The humidity's
perfect.
Cut
the field
back a little
looks
bit.
Great. Field looks great.
It looks terrific. So here we go, Ogletree under center in the power I, and he's just going to hand it to Reed again, and he cuts back, and he's going to get down to about the 2. Pick up of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, again, it's tough. I mean, somebody needs to kind of sell out here, get off your block. We need a negative play because it's just not happening right now. Needham is imposing their will a little bit along the offensive line.
And they're back in that, what's working, and they're going to stay with it, right? They just have one wide receiver, 2 tights in the power I, and they just hand it to he fumbled the ball, but he was in the end zone.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, Tyler Reed. I got touchdown over here on the right side. So Tyler Reed punches it in from about 2 yards out and puts them up 13-0, the Needham Rockets.
Well, I mean, we'll probably be in the nursing home by the time they get instant replay at high school football games.
Hey, come on! Hey, you got to. I'm going to fight it.
They have it in Minnesota. All right. Could have used it there because I think that ball was out, sir, before he crossed the goal line.
Don's going after the official here in the booth.
I wouldn't go this guy.
He's trying to get him to buzz down to the field and ask him, hey, that was a fumble.
Let's tell him we're the review booth up here. Scotty Mackin's in. He can be the review booth.
Scotty Mackin made an appearance tonight. Fumble. Scotty Mackin, how are you today? Coach Scotty Mackin, game day coordinator here. Doing well as usual. How we doing, Scotty?
Great.
Yeah, having a good year? All right, excellent.
Go to the doghouse yet?
No, are you going to?
Oh, they have M&M's
Is
there.
Coach Golden going to tell you what's on the menu down there? You
Coach
already
Golden's
know?
going to tell him what he wants.
You already know what's on the menu? Huh? All right. Yeah, game day coordinator Scotty Mackin with us in the booth. He's always a pleasure to have. You'll find him up and down the field, helping out Coach Gerard, helping out the cheerleaders, helping out us here in the booth. Always good to see him.
Game day coordinator Scotty Mackin. Cheerleaders have a new coach this year, Ashley Palucci.
Okay. Oh, one of the Palucci's.
Yep,
sure.
one of the Palucci's. Ashley has come back, and she's running the show here, and the squad looks great, and the Hiller cheerleaders are always at the top of the TVL.
I hear you. So the extra point was good, Don, while we were talking with Coach Mackin. Brown and Frank are back deep, number 19. Kyle Gilman to kick off. Score 14-0. Only 1:23 to go. It looks like it's going to go to Brown if it stays in bounds.
Let it go out.
And it goes out of bounds.
Okay, so you got a minute 23 here. Yeah, nothing to lose. This is a non-conference game.
Yeah, I mean,
let's try and score.
Let's try and score. I mean, why not? Do what you do best.
They're running to 2 deep safeties, so, I'm sure that they saw the film last year. They saw DeLoya running around there. And, like any good coach, which this coach I saw in the media guide. First-year coach, but he had been with them 14 years.
Yeah, been around a long time.
So he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. So
wow, what's going on? Oh, he's asking him to re-kick. He's asking him to re-kick. He has the option to take it at the 40, I think. Oh. Is the option at the 40-yard line? 30-yard line. So he would have had it at the 30, or they kick from 5 yards deeper. So we're going to try this again.
And the clock, does the clock start on this at all, or it starts when when he touches the ball?
Well, it's good to have the officials here up in the booth.
I wish Mike could get him a headset. If Teroja could get him a headset, it would be good.
Put the three of us in here, help us out a little bit. All right, so Kyle Gilman will kick it again. And Brown and Frank just moved up 5 yards. So here we go. And it's split in the middle. Looks like it's going to be Brown. And straight up the middle, and he broke through. And he's only got the kicker. Gilman kind of got him. Oh! I'm not sure that. I'd like to see that on replay because I'm not sure how much Gilman got to him. I think his feet must have got tangled up trying to make a move. Because Gilman didn't quite crush him.
Gilman got a hand on him, but yeah, I do think that Ryan lost his feet there, made a great move. I could have incorporated a stiff arm there. I think would have helped him. But I'll tell you what, that's a great, huge play, huge call by Coach Gerard. Easy way out would have been just take the ball over here.
As you said earlier, what do you got to lose? Right? Why not? You're going to be at the 30 or try it.
I love it. So let's go. Let's get in the end zone.
So I can't see the back. It's not.
That's Saporocious.
Saporocious.
I think it's Saporocious.
I think I see a 3 on him. Yeah, Saporocious. Kelleher rolling, dumps it down. Yeah, he just threw it away at the feet of DeLoya. So that only took up, so it's 1:06 left in the quarter, or the half. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looked like did somebody call a timeout?
No, it was an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. We probably have
we
about
have 3 left. We have
3
3 left. Needham has 4, if I'm counting correctly.
Needham is playing a lot of people in coverage here. They obviously have a lot of respect for the Hillers passing game, which they should, and they're doing a nice job taking it away from us right now.
All right, so Kelleher with Brown. He's got DeLoya and Brendan Kelly to the left, Frank, and I don't know who to the far right. Back, and he's got pressure, and he throws to the corner of the end zone. DeLoya!
Yeah.
No!
Did he drop it?
No! The official, he must have stepped on the line, Don. He was in that front corner of the end zone.
I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't know. That looked like a great pass. If anything, I thought maybe Luke kind of pushed off. Yeah. I thought they were going to call Luke on offensive interference. I don't know how.
But it looked like his right foot hit the pylon.
He hit the pylon. Once you touch that, he's out of bounds.
Once you hit the pylon?
Yeah.
I thought the pylon was a touchdown.
No. He hit it before he caught it.
Oh, before he caught it. Okay, all right. So he hit the pylon before he caught it, which is why he was called out of bounds. And you can't come back in and catch.
Back to pass. He throws to the other corner of the end zone. He's got it. Was it picked off? It is nothing. Brown was out there. Number 7, Max Sylvia, beat him to the corner of the end zone. It looked like it almost got picked.
Man, this is a tough turn of events here. That was a heck of a throw to DeLoya. Yeah. That one to Matt Brown was a little bit overthrown.
You want to know what I've noticed, though, Don?
That's too bad.
The way the lighting is here, the corners of the end zone are well lit. You know what I mean? I can't. I mean, I didn't see the play, but you agree?
They just put the pylon back up on this side, so it was knocked over, and I guess you are out of bounds if you hit it before that. So that's why he called it incomplete.
I'll say this: the official was in a good spot, and he was right on the line, so he was in a good place to make that call. Much to the chagrin of the Hopkinton folks.
I'll trust this guy over here. I'm not. He's watching these guys. I like this guy over here.
So that brings us up. I don't know who called timeout there. I'm guessing Hopkinton did. And I'll just mark that down. 51 seconds to go in the second quarter. It brings up a 4th and 10. So you have plenty of time. You don't have to go into the end zone. You don't have to do it.
No, you can get a first down here.
You got plenty of field to work with, but by my count, maybe 2 more timeouts. Kelleher with Brown to the left, 2 wide receivers to each side.
Maybe something to Kelly over there.
No, he's looking right, and it came out of his hand weird. The ball came out of his hand weird. It was kind of a flutter.
Fluttered. Yep.
But Deloya was wide open. Nobody was on him.
No, that was a nice pattern he ran. He kind of Kelly kind of cleared that out, and then Luke just kind of curled right underneath him. So that was a very nice pattern that they ran there. And Luke was wide open, and I think that's what caused the fluttering. I think Ryan just saw him; he's wide open, couldn't wait to get him the ball.
So we got 45 seconds. 45 seconds to go. Hopkinton is at I'll call it the 5-yard line. I can't tell where the stick is, but maybe the 6.
Well, I think it's more like the
7.
10.
No, it's not the 10.
Oh, 5. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'll say the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
On the TV, they'll have it better than we do because they're one story up. Kelleher pitches it to Brown. He's got room, and it closes in a hurry, but he's running through it, and he gets back to about the line of scrimmage. They got to hustle.
Yeah, they're not calling a timeout. They said go. How many timeouts do they have?
I think
left?
they have 2 left on. They got time.
They have time.
A 2nd and goal from the 5. Kelleher looks, throws hard down into the ground. I think it was who's number
Cole Salyards.
Number 3, Cole Salyards. He threw that hard to the ground.
Yeah, that was
not
a quick
chance to catch it.
No, Cole had no chance there. He, I don't know if he was covered, but kind of looked like Ryan kind of threw that way.
So you have 19 seconds, 3rd and goal from the 5. Kelleher coming in with the play. The student section getting into it, but they're in the far side of the field.
Well, we don't need them loud. We're on offense.
No, but they're getting into it. They're on the far side anyway. Brown to the right of Kelleher. Nice snap. He's looking for Deloya. It floats again. And Deloya was well covered by number 11, Garrett Hirsch.
It looked like there was a lot of contact there. I thought he looked like he was grabbing Luke around his waist, but again, that was a throw. Whether he was open or not, it didn't look like it was going to connect.
Okay, so this is a big down. They just call timeout, Hopkinton?
Now, do you contemplate
a field goal?
Yeah, getting on the board here. 14-10. You're only down a touchdown and and a 2-point. Get on the board.
I don't know. I think you go for the points. I think you're playing.
We are going for the points.
No, all of them. I think you're going for all of them.
I think it's something you consider.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I'm a touchdown guy.
Yeah.
You know? But I think it's something that they have to consider.
No, I think you're playing.
I think he's going to go for the touchdown
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's something to consider. You get on the board. You kick it off in the second half. You're only down by a touchdown.
Tony, I missed last week. Is Pagluka the kicker
still
this year?
Pagluka, yeah, that's why I said they have the battery from last year, which has been pretty effective. You got Powers, Kelleher's the holder, and Pagluka is the kicker. But no, they got the offense out there, so they're going for this.
Okay, no doubt. Unless you do it one of those little drop kicks.
There you go.
I'll Doug Flutie being the last one to do it in the pros. All right, here we go. Kelleher.
How about just running across here with Deloya and Kelly and hitting Kelly in the corner? That's your touchdown right here.
He's looking right.
Look, he's got it.
He got sacked. He got rid of the ball, but he was basically sacked. It looked like number 5.
Was he trying to throw?
Anastasi got in.
Was he trying to throw? I was watching Kelly.
No, he was. The rush was there on him. He tried to throw the ball as he was going down. That's why it didn't get to where it needed to go.
Yeah, I was ISOing on that. I think he just could have crossed Deloya and put Kelly in the corner.
No, he didn't have enough time to watch any kind of crossing.
Yeah. All right, well, too bad. Okay, so you got to lick your wounds here and get back.
So that's that was 4th down. There's 9 seconds left. Needham has the personnel to try something long here if they wanted to.
It would surprise me.
Maybe that's why it would work. But you can't be surprised by anything in this situation. Number 80 can come out of any spot. And that's not going to be the case. They're going to run out the clock. So at the end of the first half, your Hillers are putting in a valiant effort. It's special teams really making the difference. the Hillers down 14-0, come right back for the second half. All right, Hiller football fans, we're back for the second half. We're going to give a little recap here. Special teams dominating in the first half with a blocked punt leading to a 20-yard pass. Matt Smith from Ogletree with 29 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Needham up 7-0. In the second quarter, a 2-yard run by Tyler Reed with 1:23 to go in the second made it 14-0. The ensuing kickoff brought the Hillers down to the 25-yard line after a penalty, but they were unable to score after getting inside or having a first and goal at the 5-yard line and not able to convert. So the score 14-0. The Rockets will get the ball, and looking out, it looks like number 80? I can't see the numbers.
It looked like it might be,
number
actually.
80, that's Smith, the tight end, and I might be Reed, 26, the starting tailback. And Brendan Kelly going to kick off from the 40, south to north. Kelly with a low liner that's a one-hopper to Smith, and he's coming across the field, and he's going to get outside, and he's going to cut it up, and he gets tackled around the 34-yard line. So that's where the Rockets will pick it up, 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
So that was a pretty simple return there. Hillers had that well covered. This is you don't want to say it's a big series. Still a lot of football left, but you're down 14-0 here. It would be really nice, and certainly a big confidence booster for the Hillers to get a stop here.
And before we get any further, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the great folks that bring you this on HCAM. And I'm not talking about Don and I. I'm talking about John Ritz upstairs on the camera, Tom Diggs being the man that he is, producing everything, and it says me here. I guess that's Mike.
That's Mike Terosian.
Mike Terosian bringing it all together. As Reed takes the handoff, bounces to the outside, but doesn't get much as number 20, Ty Scanlon, comes up with the tackle.
Yeah, Scanlon kind of held him there, and then Brown came up and cleaned him up. So that was good pursuit by the Hillers.
So he picked up about 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7. 10:25 to go in the third, as we're just getting started here in the third quarter. Ogletree in the shotgun with backs to either side. Wide outs to both sides. Smith this side.
Got 80 spread out here. Nobody over
26,
the top.
25 coming to the right, or to the left. Ogletree's throwing down the field, and he overthrows. Not bad coverage, but he overthrows. I have no idea.
I'm not sure he threw it to, but that was.
But Herr was on the coverage in a trailing technique in good shape.
Yeah, he was covered. I'm not even sure it was overthrown. That was good coverage. I was kind of at the beginning of the play. I was watching 80 out here, lined up with Hamblett. Still surprised that they're not giving any over-the-top help here. I think that you may see Needham go back to that again.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the problem when you have these spread offenses. Sometimes it's difficult to get that guy over the top without taking him out of the middle of the field.
Yes.
Ogletree with a bunch of receivers to the left. He rolls left, and that was a nice cut. Hamblett come up on the tackle, but he's got to respect him. He had to back off and came up to make the tackle on the out.
Yeah, that was a nice quick pass, and at number 80, that was a very nice pattern he ran. It was just a nice out. It looked like he was going deep, then he just cut his pattern off, and the quarterback threw it before he even made his cut, and that's really difficult to defend.
So pick up about 14 on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of the Rockets. Pretty standard formations they use here with the two backs. High snap. Number 25 cuts it up, picks up about 5. 25 being Tyler Reed.
Fumble. Got the ball?
I hear a lot of whistles going on. I think he's down. Yeah. So that whistle just kept on going, so it sounded like he was down from the get-go. Picked up about 5 on the play. Maybe 4 in the play. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
These are the situations where you really have to get a negative play to put a high school offense in 3rd and long.
Donnie, before this play gets off, check out the tailback's shoes. Does he have gold shoes on?
LC Greenwood.
I think he does. That's Reed, and he close to the first down, probably short by a yard.
They do look kind of bright.
They
here.
look awful shiny, don't they?
Yeah, a little LC Greenwood over there. I like that.
LC Greenwood being a long ago Steeler.
Long ago Steeler. Should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, there's not enough room. There's so many Steelers in there already.
I know.
Especially from that era.
Yes. I think that's the problem. It's keeping him and Donnie Shell. Donnie Shell should also be in there.
So we digress a little bit.
I actually could digress all night, Rick.
So Power Eye. Ogletree under center. Got a back in motion. That's number 11, Garrett Hirsch. And he's going to hand it off to Reed. Pounds it straight in for nothing.
Yeah, okay.
That's going to be fourth and about. He didn't get the first down.
Nope.
Maybe a yard. Maybe it's 4th and 1.
Yeah, you had Ty Doherty in there. You had Saparocious. You had number 25, Levy. Really good penetration here. So here's a 4th down and 2.
And, yeah, you know what? It's interesting you say that. Ty Doherty's got to be, what, all of 155 pounds?
I think he weighs a little bit more than that. He's not as tall as you would think that he would be, but he's a pretty solid kid.
Yeah, I mean he makes penetration, seems to be able
to hold
the
off
ground.
The ball. He's quick off the ball, which is key.
A little confusion underneath him, but they're tight.
Got to watch your ball here.
All right, looks like they're going to come pound it left on. And he's going to pound it left, and he's going to get the first down, and he breaks out of there. And that's Reed. He's going to go the distance. A 42-yard touchdown by number 25, Tyler Reed.
It looked like the Hillers had him stopped there. I wasn't going to be. He got the first down, but they had him stopped initially, and it almost looked like everybody kind of stopped there for a second, and 25 kept his feet moving and just kind of broke out and broke it for the long run.
Yeah, unfortunately, like you said, it looks like he was there, and somebody had his shirt, and he pulled away, and then there was nobody. There was 10 guys at the line of scrimmage, and nobody there to.
Yeah, it almost looked like it kind of looked like he was stopped, and I think that there was a pause there, and then he just kept blasting through. So that was an unfortunate turn of events there. Going to find the Hillers down 20-0 here, pending the extra point.
You know, when they have their Power Eye loaded to the left or loaded to the right, they've run it that way, and they just have so many blockers over there. It's sometimes it's difficult for the back to pick through, but there was something there for him, and he was able to get there.
Well, I think I know they're doing it on defense. I know they're overloading the line on defense. They could be overloading the line on offense here too. I'm not sure. It looked like they could have done that.
I thought they had 2 tight ends and the 2 backs coming as well. I mean, they had 2 backs blocking on that play. So 43, Josh Kornbluth, and it's good. So as the play comes back upfield, it's 7:08 of the third quarter. The Needham Rockets up 21-0.
Yeah, we've got to recognize that if there is an unbalanced line, whether offensively or defensively, you've got to recognize that and make a call and jump out of it. And I'm not sure if that happened there.
So that takes a little bit of the sail out of the crowd, but you know what? You still got to fight, Don. There's a lot of football to be played here, and it's 7:08 of the third quarter. The offense, we know they can drive. They did it in the first drive. They haven't done a lot since then.
Well, we know we can throw the ball too.
We should be maybe even try one longer, open up the middle a little bit. But they've been dunking it to Kelly quite a bit. That's been effective.
I would expect the Hillers to come out with a little bit more aggressive game plan here, especially down 3 scores.
Don? I didn't see the penalty. I didn't see the personal foul, but there had to be a penalty on the play.
Yeah. I didn't see the flag.
I didn't see the flag or the penalty, so I don't know. Yeah. So the
personal foul
against Hopkinton in the end zone during the run. So.
Well, you got to keep your composure here. Hopkinton's got a lot of football ahead of them, not only in this game, but in the rest of the season.
Gets it deep into the end zone, and is that Brown? Looks like Brown saw it. I'm in the end zone. I'll take a knee, and I think it comes to the 25.
And that's a good play there. You got the kids running down starting at the 50-yard line, so that was a good play by Brown to just take it and keep it in the end zone there.
And
Rick, on a brighter note, the Hopkinton Hiller Athletic Program has won the Ames Award for 2017. And what that depicts is the most wins by all of the athletic teams, boys and girls, in all Division Four.
I guess. Well, it's kind of strange because all the sports are not in the same division.
I don't know. Whatever division it was, we won it, and it's the first time that the Hopkinton has won it since 2012.
Okay.
So it's a heck of an accomplishment, and all the coaches and all the kids should be very proud.
And there's a Brown run, I believe, and he's still on his feet. A good run by him. Nice, powerful, strong run. I think he got the first down. Just straight up the middle, Don.
There's not going to be any quit in the Hillers, I can tell you that much. They're a senior-laden team, and there's not going to be any quit. So they're not going to panic here. You still got 6 minutes left in the third quarter. They're going to try and just kind of stick with their game plan and get a score on the board here.
So they got trips left. It looks like they're stacked to the left. Kelleher just looks quick out there to, is that the lawyer?
Yep.
And he cuts back in after getting outside, and he picks up about, what'd you say, 4?
It looked like about 5 yards. That was a good little bubble screen. Luke kind of fielded it, and it was a nice quick pass. Took it. Looked like he had a nice block out there. Took it up for 5 yards. Nice start to this 4 downs.
The switching balls on me. See, can't really tell where it's spotted. So it's a long 6 or a short 6. Kelleher looking at the belt for the play. 6:10 to go in the third quarter. Your Hillers down 21-0. Brendan Kelly by himself out here on the right, and I can't tell who's wide left, but Zach Frank brings himself back in the backfield. Brown's going to lead him. He's going to cut it upfield, and he's met. Picks up about 3 on the play.
Number 58 is coming upfield hard. They've got to figure out something to kind of do something against that and to use that against that defensive end. But he crashed hard up the field. Luke kind of turned him, made a nice block on him, but still there was really good pursuit behind him, and Frank really didn't have much of a shot to do anything there.
So it brings up a 3rd and a long 1. Kelleher, no one in the backfield. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Bubble right here. Just throw out the bubble screen right here.
And you might get your wish.
Kelly.
Quick. Oh, no! Oh, his ball's still up. Oh, it's bounced all over the place. That went off Zach Frank and about 3 Rocket defenders, but it fell harmlessly at about the 50-yard line.
Man, that's tough right there. I mean, there was nobody on him. The kid was playing way back. You got to have some sort of hand signal there or something just to break that route off and just dump it right at the first down. That's too bad.
Well, that play was still there. I mean, it just had to be executed.
He was covered. If he would have, he didn't need to run that deep.
That's true. I mean, he only had to go a yard and a half to cut it off. You're right.
He ran 5,
Kelly,
6 yards.
Shanks one that comes down around that Paul. Yeah, that's not even a 20-yard punt or about a 20-yard punt. Tough break on the Shank.
Yeah, that's a tough turn of events there. I mean, you had 4th and 1. You kind of have to consider going for it in that situation. But when you've got a very effective punter, you got the mindset, okay, let's kind of get field position back, kind of pin them back. And, Brendan, I think, was trying to go for the coffin corner there, and it just kind of shanked off his foot, which is unfortunate.
So the Rockets take possession at their own 38-yard line. 4:58 to go in the third quarter. Ogletree in the shotgun. I think they're using a lot of 2 tight end stuff, Don.
Oh, yeah, they are. They've had 2 tight ends the whole game.
Is that Reed just kind of pounding it up off right tackle for 5?
Well, they have 25, and is that?
Yeah, it's 25. He's been the guy. He's been the man. Boy, it's such a cool night, Don. It's perfect for football.
Yeah, we've had two nice weather games here for the Hillers. We need to stop here, Rick.
Oh, absolutely. pick up a 6 on the play, 2nd and 4. Smith by himself out here, split. Another wide receiver to the right. It's going to be a run to Reed. He slips out of a tackle by Saporocious, and he gets close to the first down.
I mean, Needham, they're up 3 touchdowns here, so, they're in the mindset now, let's just get this game over. So they're going to be slow coming to the line of scrimmage. They're not going to be throwing the ball that often, and it's going to be up to the Hillers to really force the issue and stop one of these runs.
Yeah. Yes. So it's third and 2, and they just come up at the center with the power I. And Upback gets it. I think that's number 40, Angelo Davos. Yeah, we'll give him the call. He gets the first down, gets it to the Hiller side of the field at the 49.
Needham offensive line did a nice job there. Everyone kind of fired out. Hillers weren't able to peel off any of the blocks, and by the time the linebackers filled, it was already in first down. So, clock keeps ticking.
I think you alluded to this early in the game where the Hillers came out clicking a little bit. Needham was not. Mm-hmm. And they've seemed to get into a bit of a rhythm. So it's about late first quarter with their offense.
Yep.
And another pitch out here to Reed. He's got the corner going up the right sideline. He's out of bounds after a pickup of about 5.
Well, that wears on the team. Needham, I don't know how many carries this kid's had, but it's up above 20 right now.
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, yeah. So that kind of wears the defense out.
That's another thing we need up here. We need a spotter with stats. Where is that student? Why can't we get that student up here? Yeah, we need to expand.
That's true. There should be an intern in Hopkins. I'll talk to D. King.
Yeah, right.
Have an idea.
Like spotting and giving us some stats and
something. A clue? Maybe they can give us a clue.
We might not even be able to sound like Pat Summerall and Don Madden. Who knows? Or maybe look like them anyway. I don't know.
I don't know where we're going with that.
Well, I don't want to be John Gruden and who was he with last year?
Mike Patrick?
No, the guy from Boston.
McDonough.
McDonough.
He does a good job, though.
I love him as an announcer, but
yeah.
I can't shave my head to be the play-by-play guy.
We don't want to.
I wouldn't look good with a shaved head.
No. This would be a nice stop here, 3rd down. It'll be interesting to see if they throw the ball.
It's 3rd and 6. Ogletree in the shotgun, and another high snap, and it jumps off the pass, and it's caught by looked like Smith. Yeah, he reached out and clutched it with his hands, brings it in for the first down.
This Needham center, it has had a few high snaps, but when your quarterback is 6'5",
hey, if it was me back there, it would be a lot of balls going backwards 10, 15 yards.
They wouldn't be running the shotgun. They'd be going under center.
No, we just have a better center, that's all.
Yeah, I'll tell you, at this point here, it kind of looks like Needham can do whatever they want when they want to. So they have definitely taken control of this game.
And this has been a long drive for them. It's 1:22 in the 3rd quarter. And a run coming to the left, Reed, and it's pretty tough. He stood up, but he didn't get much. He only got about a yard in the play.
Yeah, the Hiller defense was not pushed back there. The linebackers are feeling very nice. Again, I don't think they're that worried about the play-action pass, so that helps. You can kind of just, kind of play a little bit more aggressively from your linebacker spot. But this is the kind of, we haven't had very many 1-yard gains, held them to had them in 2nd and 9 or long 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 situations since the beginning of the game. So this is how you stop a high school offense, is get them in these kind of situations. Let's see if the Hillers can follow up on it.
So it's in the I formation. Drop back to pass, and he's going to throw, and he got separation, but he didn't get there. Overthrew Smith at the 10-yard line. He had him.
Well, Hamlet was running with him. 80 had a little bit of a separation there, but it looked like the Hillers kind of pushed the envelope a little bit, got a little pressure on the quarterback. He maybe had to release it a little earlier than he would have liked, and it was just overthrown.
I'm going to tell you, Don, this looks like one of the taller secondaries we've had in Hopkinton in years. Tommy Hamlet's a taller kid that can hang with these bigger ends. So 3rd and 10 from the 35. Shotgun, he fakes, he throws. He was short of the first down when he caught it, but I think he got the first down. Number 11, Garrett Hirsch. And that's going to move the change down to the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. And it should be, he was inbound, so once they set it, that should do it for the 3rd quarter. Oh, I thought he was in bounds. He was in bounds. They set it. That'll be it.
That's tough. So you had 3rd down there again, 3rd and long, and Needham doesn't seem rattled at all. They kind of just ran a pattern there and got really what was an easy first down. So this is a good football team we're looking at here.
Sure. So at the end of the 3rd, it is 21-0 Needham. The only scoring in the 3rd quarter was a 48-yard run by Tyler Reed at 7:08 to bring the score to 21-0. And at this point, it's unfortunate, but the cheerleaders haven't done their push-ups.
No, they haven't.
It's like going a day without exercise.
Well, I go several days without exercise sometimes, right?
No, that's not. I can tell.
Really? I got my
no,
summer
let me
weight
tell you
on.
something. You're looking good.
I got my summer
Louis,
weight
you've been. Did you run
my summer weight
the Falmouth Road Race?
No,
this
I
year,
cheered for it. Though.
Did you?
No, I'm right there.
So my son Michael ran it for the first time.
He did?
was down there, yeah.
Oh well, I didn't know that. I would have given him some water. He ran right by me.
Yeah, he's here tonight at the game. Interesting little fact with a good friend of his from Bates College who went to Needham. Little wager on the game between the two.
$50 is pretty big for these high-rolling kids.
And I think Mike's on the short end of that.
I could tell you he is, unless he's getting some points.
Yeah, I don't think he got this many points.
But no, the cheerleaders look like they have some good numbers again this year. And, again, Ashley Palucci is a first-year coach, so we expect them to have a good, long year.
Number 40, Angelo Davos with the carry. Not much. This is one of those offenses where they reward that fullback a little bit. He does a lot of blocking. He's given him the ball 3 or 4 times.
He's got some size to him, too. I mean, you look at those 2 tight ends, that number 88.
He's a big kid, too.
Yeah.
They could certainly play. They use him in the outside as a passing game, but they could certainly use them in the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah. That quarterback is 6'5", as we already said.
So it's a handoff to Reed, and somebody squirted through there. One of the linebackers must have came through. Maybe it was Brown. Was it Brown or Saporocious?
I think it was Saporocious. It could have been Doherty, though, too. I'm not sure. He got in there pretty quickly.
Yeah, somebody slipped through to at least 4. I don't know if he actually made the tackle, but
did a nice job there, tackled him around his legs, which, you see less and less as the more football you watch these days. But that was that's a nice negative play, which is exactly what the Hillers needed. Now let's see if we can get off the field here. This looks like
a cramp here, right? The way he's bending his foot.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope it's just that.
I think so. I think he's just got a cramp. Yep.
Yeah,
all right, Coach. It's 21-0. Maybe give me a break.
Is that the running back?
That's Reed, the running back. I tell you what, he's a good running back, and I'm sure like every running back, he does not want to come off the field. He wants to rock, and he just wants to carry it. Okay, so here we go. It's 3rd and 10 again. Ogletree hands it off to the. It's got to be close to the same number. Is that 26? I can't see the second number. It's 28. 28. Sam Chukau took the ball and. His first run of the day was a -1.
Now, where are we going here? What do we got?
It's fourth down. Fourth and about 11.
11.
And 9:28 to go in the 4th quarter.
Well, they're going to run a play here. It wouldn't surprise me to see them go for the end zone here.
Yeah, I would see him throw. Where's number 80? We got to find him. He's on the left tight end.
Left tight end, lined up tight. So definitely put a shoulder on him. Don't let him clean release.
And he did get a clean release.
Yeah,
no, he didn't. DeLoya stacked him up, but he broke out of it, and he caught it. And he's got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, DeLoya had him stuffed up in the middle, but he just fought through it.
Yeah, that's tough. He kind of dragged across there, and he just kind of just ran himself open. The quarterback had time. Hillers didn't get a lot of pressure there, and he had him going across there. So that's kind of tough. And, you know, with high school football, you can kind of keep hitting that guy too. You don't have to, at least while the ball's not in the air, you can keep hitting him.
Well, even if it's interference, it's only 15 yards.
Right, that's too bad. Well, he broke through, and now it's now we're getting a little out of hand here. 28-0. We have not seen this. The Hillers on this kind of the side of the score in a long time.
And the kick is good, and that brings it up to a 28-0 score with 8:59 to go in the fourth quarter. So this might, you know, it's difficult at this point. You know the score. You know what's been going on. You got to stay up, though. You got to want to play. You got to still want to play.
I mean, I can count. I mean, how many kids we got on the sidelines there? I guarantee every one of those kids want to play.
And that's how you want it.
And the kids that are out there, you know, they want to get a score. Okay, we've been down here a couple times, haven't been able to get it in. I can tell you that the starters want to get the ball in the end zone. So let's just see how things play out here.
Now, you generally don't see the first teamers retire until the score is, what do you say? Usually you say 42-ish. I like to see it a little early. I like to see it a little earlier.
Yeah, I hear you.
But number 19, the kicker Kyle Gilman, sets it up at the 40. Looks like Brown and Frank deep. And splits it. It's going to be Brown from about the 15. And he cuts it up, breaks out to the right side, picks up a good chunk of yard, and he's down around the 32-yard line.
You know, we have had good field position all night. It's tough that we have not been able to, take advantage of it. Yeah. So, again, here we got it on the 30-yard line. So let's see if the offense could move the ball a little bit, and we'll kind of keep an eye on Needham, see if they get some other kids in there. Start subbing. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to say. 58 still in there. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been a pretty good. We got a flag. It's probably lined up off sides. Kelleher going deep, and it's off the hands of Brendan Kelly down the right sideline.
I don't know if this cornerback over here was lined up offsides, but it
usually when the flag comes that quick, it's an offside on the defense.
Yeah, lined up offsides.
Yeah, offside on the defense. That'll be 5 yards. Replay second down. Yeah, they flipped it. It should have been first down still. So it's going to be a 1st and 5 from about the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Kelleher under center with DeLoyer and Brown, I think, behind him. He fakes a pitch to DeLoyer, and Brown up the middle. Picks up about 8 on the play, gets it out to the 46-yard line.
It's a little bit of a misdirection, too. They kind of faked like it was a snap over the quarterback's head. Ryan grabbed it, handed it off to Brown, and who made some nice yardage. Who he's had a pretty good game tonight too, despite the score. I mean, he's over 60, 70 yards, I would figure.
So the Hillers' next game will be at Norwood. September 22nd is another Bay State team, or previous Bay State team, comes into the Tri-Valley League. Norwood follows Dedham, who came in a couple of years ago. They'll play a 1 o'clock game September 22nd. I'm guessing that's a Saturday.
Yes. That's next Saturday at Norwood.
And a nice quick fake this way, but it goes back the other way to Matt Brown. Oh, and a late flag comes in deep from the back judge. I mean, it came flying in late, but it wasn't really by the play, so I don't know what's going on.
You got to worry about some sort of legal block down field at that situation.
And we got a face mask on the defense, Needham.
Okay.
That's going to tack on another 15. That was probably about a 14-yard gain. So now let's reset here. That's going to be a first down. So after Norwood, another restructure. Ashland is now in the large.
Yes.
And I have Ashland's enrollment. Ashland only has 368 male students to 535 for Hopkinton, and they're in the Division 6 South. So it's a little different with Norwood. They start the league. They're in the TVL large as well. So you start the league with Norwood, Ashland, then at Holliston, home against Medfield, then at Westwood. And then you get into the playoffs, which this team will be a playoff bound, or should be a playoff bound team. So in the shotgun pistol, jet sweep to DeLoyer, who comes up and gets it to about the 25-yard line. Picks up about 4 in the play. We'll make it second and about 6.
And Needham does a nice job holding the edge. You don't see it very often. We have not been able to get outside there. Luke read that, planted his foot, and cut it upfield.
So Kelleher looking at the play on his belt. He must have play cards on his wrist and belt. They must have a lot of plays. They kind of call through that. He is under center with Brown behind him and Frank on the left wing, and I think DeLoyer on the right wing. Frank moves back. Brown straight up the gut, cuts it back across the left side. It looks like he's tackled by number 28, Sam Chikow. No, I'm sorry, there is no 28. Yeah, there is a 28, but nobody on the roster the number 28.
Curtis Martin?
Hey, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Although he probably went in as a Jet.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did.
He did. Pitt Panther, though.
Yes, he was. How'd they do against Penn State the other day?
What? What are you talking about?
It was a sloppy game anyway. Brown in the backfield. DeLoyer joins him. Kelleher under center. Pitch to DeLoyer. He cuts it basically back up the middle and back to the left. Down to about I'll call it the 13-yard line. So a little drive going here, Don.
Yeah, a little drive, and it's interesting. You know, when we got down here before, we kind of threw it on all 4 downs. I mean, we didn't have the time that we do here.
Yeah, sure.
So we're trying to grind it in a little bit. 2nd and 6. Again, you want to get on the board. There's no doubt about this. Clearly 4-down territory. That's obvious.
5:47 to go in the fourth quarter.
You know, the Hiller offensive line's done a nice job. You got Cavello at center. You got Stukel. You got Powers.
Kelleher lofts it into the end zone for.
Got it.
No, he looked out of bounds. Who was that?
That's Cole Salyards.
Number 3?
Yeah, that was number 3. He's a sophomore. I think he's the only sophomore that's getting any significant type of playing time. Which is uncommon in Coach Gerard's tenure here. Sophomores, it's very difficult to get on the field. Cole was well covered there. It was a good throw. It looked like he just kind of backed himself out of bounds there and wasn't able to make the catch in bounds.
The unfortunate thing, we have these poles that you can't always see that you're going through a pole to see the play, and you lose it sometimes. So it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Kelleher in a shotgun hands it off to somebody, Brown, and that fooled no one as they had crossing action in the backfield. So he lost a few yards. It's going to be 4th and about 7.
Yeah, they kind of did a little misdirection there, but Needham was not fooled at all. And, they don't have to get a touchdown. You only need what do we need here? 7 yards?
7 yards, roughly.
So 5 minutes left. This could be the best opportunity we have here to get in the end zone.
Kelleher with Brown to the right. He gets tripped left. And we got probably defensive offsides again. He should go to the end zone, and it was almost picked, but it was certainly knocked down. Number 38 on the play, Andrew Arondo, breaks it up in the end zone. But the flag in the play is likely offside defense.
Either that or in some sort of legal formation somehow, but I would hope it's on the defense.
I think he just pointed to Needham.
Good.
So that'll be 4th and probably 2.
Offsides.
You know, the interesting thing, the linemen in the interior, they don't have the opportunity like the wide receivers do to ask the, you know, hey, am I on the line, am I off,
right,
kind of thing. And although they get the ball right in front of them, they should be able to see where they are.
Yeah, but you know the old adage, sometimes they don't think linemen are smart. You know, it's been a misconception for years.
I'm going to leave that alone, okay?
It's been a misconception for years, Rick.
I'm going to leave that alone. All right, 4th and we'll call it a long one. Kind of a tight formation. He's rolling right. He's going to throw, and it's caught by DeLoya, and no.
He's got the ball.
Oh, I see this guy over here. I thought he was. We got a 1st and goal at the.
Yeah, it's hard to see from this angle. I almost thought that he had to go up to get it. It was a nice catch. I just wasn't sure he got his feet down before he got pushed out of bounds.
I don't think he was actually that close to out of bounds.
It's hard to see.
It's hard to see.
But I knew he caught it. I just didn't know if the kid pushed him out of bounds before he got a foot down. But looks like he did. That was a big catch, and we got 1st down at the 3-yard line. And if it was me, I'm just handing the ball to Brown 3-4 times in a row here.
Well, yes, you might do that. He's got a lot of guys in the line of scrimmage, a couple of wings, and that's what they did. And he bounced backwards. It's still trying to go. They had his leg, had one of his legs, so he wasn't really going to get a lot of leverage to lean forward.
I think Needham was thinking the same thing we were. So I think you come back now, Rick, you just kind of fake it to Brown, and then Kelleher keeps it and just waltzes in, because both of those ends, they did not have contain on that play, I can tell you that.
And the
Sully doesn't care what I have to say, though.
Most people don't. That's all right, though. I like some of your theories, though. Occasionally, I'll buy in. All right, here we go.
I used to be able to get the job done back in the day.
Was that a quarterback sneak? Yeah, sneak. He was within the 1-yard line. Kelleher sneaks in.
Okay, good. That was big. That's nice. That's a nice way to kind of get that monkey off the back. You don't want to be shut out here at home. I don't care who you're playing. And, now at this point, it's all about finishing strong and getting ready for next week. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Coach Gerard, do you kick try and get a onside 12? No, you go for one here.
No, because you'd have to do it 3 times. It's just chances of you getting it 3 times and setting them up at midfield or the 40-yard line, wow, that ball came up. You see how far that ball went?
Yeah, well,
that's good to know.
Pagliuca's been waiting all night to kick.
Yeah,
he's all fired up.
So, at the 3:28 mark of the 4th quarter, Kelleher with a 1-yard run brings the score 28-7 as we come back upfield. On that makes you feel, you had a pretty decent drive. You put it together. It's something to build on, maybe.
Hillers have been moving the ball pretty. It's been a little spotty, but they've had some nice drives. They've had their opportunities. They just haven't been there. That's the first drive they've been actually able to finish. So, again, 3 minutes left. I think winning the game is going to be a tall order here. But you know what? Let's just keep grinding and make. All you can do is string a couple plays together and see what happens.
Absolutely. So the next home game, after I went through the schedule, next home game here will be September 28th against Ashland, 7 p.m. We'll both be here for the call.
Yep, that'll be live streaming on YouTube also, and that's kind of a
Hey, listen, if you don't have any complaints on this live stream, YouTube, don't send them to us.
Send them to Mike Tarosian.
Send them to Mike Tarosian.
Yeah, I don't think they're not allowed to give my email out on this.
But we'll take any kind of feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. You're only going to get better,
good.
Don, if and that's Smith, who was hurt. He's kind of limpy a little bit. Oh, going to come back onto something. It's our flag. And 25, no, that's Reed.
Another flag.
Tyler Reed ran it out all the way to the 35-yard line, but there's a flag. It's coming back. He looked a little gimpy when he was running.
I'm surprised they have him out there. I mean, after starting running back, you're up 3 touchdowns with 3 minutes left.
And he's got another cramp. I can see the gold shoe. He even got gold on the bottom.
Yeah.
Look at that. Those are some fancy shoes.
Prima donna.
Well,
it's all about the look with the kids now.
It's all about the swag. Is that what they call it?
The swag. But yeah, it's nice to get them pushed back here.
Yeah, we got to get this young man hydrated. It's a pretty cool night, but it's a little humid. He has carried the ball quite a bit.
Yeah, I would put him at over 100 yards at this point.
Well, he had the 48-yard run for the touchdown.
Yeah.
And that 316, that ball's going to come back probably somewhere around the 30-yard line of the Rockets.
So just back to Ashland coming in. You know, it's everyone's very familiar with the Thanksgiving Day rivalry, and it's just. I mean, the last 4, 5, 6 years.
You certainly are.
Oh, I shine on that day, Rick.
In more ways than one, Don.
Yeah, but it's just. I mean, it's kind of. It's first of all, it's a tough game. I mean, you got to see Ashland twice now. The last 5, 6 years have just been dogfights every year. One game's better than the one before it.
A point or two separating these things down late into the fourth quarter.
Crazy the games that the two towns have had. So it's a tough conference game now, and it's going to be a little strange seeing Ashland here during the season.
Yeah.
You know, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just kind of a little weird.
Yeah,
you know?
it's one of the things that I don't like about the way they have things. You know, you can see Holliston's done it for a few years.
I was going to say,
with
this is
Westwood.
our first experience,
right.
But Holliston and Westwood's been doing it for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. So it's it's one of those unfortunate things, one of these quirky things, along with losing records getting into the playoffs. I still don't like that scenario.
I still like the system better now. I mean, we watched how many teams go 11-1 and 10-2.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I just think it's.
And I would rather play, even once they're eliminated. They're still playing out teams you never see. We don't need to go play Bellingham. We don't need to go play. Norton.
Yeah, that part you can appreciate that. But what I'm talking about is really it's teams with a losing record getting into the playoffs.
I mean, it's an imperfect system, but it still gives these kids something to play for instead of knowing that you lose to Holliston in October and you're not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
That was always tough.
Yeah. All right.
Clearly, I haven't gotten over it yet, so we'll just see.
It's but I don't expect you to be over it anytime soon either. So
why not?
That's why we love you. The intensity. You bring it every day.
Why would you?
All right. So we got after all that. Tyler Reed off the field with what looked like a cramp. We got a new quarterback, number 9, Bill McDonald. Hands off to number 26, Sam Kuchkow, whatever his name is, out to the left. I'm sorry to his parents if I butchered that, but doing the best we can here. We don't have phonetic spelling.
Yeah, that was number 24. Ryan Brown came in, made a nice stop there.
So,
Luke Deloya coming out of the game.
Yeah,
Cole Salyers just came in for him.
There's a lot of different numbers coming in, 22, 28.
28 just came in. Eric Davis. 22 is Brian Hurlery.
And a run by, I couldn't see it coming at us. Is that number 90? Number 90, Thomas Fulbrook.
Running the ball.
The sophomore, yeah. I would think he's one of the smaller guys on the roster. They don't give us height and weight. Here comes Brendan Kelly. He's off. Number 15, Young Wang, the senior, coming in.
It's always exciting, no matter what point you get onto the field. When you're a high school kid, it's exciting just to get out there.
Number 6, Brian Keefe, playing one of the safety positions. Oh, the high center over number 9, Bill McDonald. He's back recovers it at about the 3-yard line.
I'm not sure that they told the center that the 6'5" quarterback's
hey, the other guy's
out.
in.
The other guy's in.
Gotta put it down a little bit.
Right. Because that would have happened a few other times if that quarterback wasn't in there before, that starter.
Well, you win 28-7. There's always some things to work on, and that certainly will be focused on in practice this week. As the clock winds down, 1:10 to go.
It's something that's really taken for granted. In Hopkinton, Theo Cavella's done a great job at the center spot.
Since we've been involved, we've had good centers.
Well, that's what he, Coach Gerard, that's the first thing he looks for, because that starts your offense. Especially on a spread type of offense, you've got to have that snap. If it's high, it throws everything off.
So it's 4th and 40. I guess you're punting, and they did. And who's that? Number 6. Oh, got a face mask. It looked like.
Brian Keefe with a nice return to the Hillers.
So number 6, Brian Keefe returns it all the way back. He got it at about the 40-45-yard line. Ran it back to about we'll call it the 25.
I'm not sure why that was. I mean, that
looked like a face mask from here, but.
Of course, like you, Rick, the referees probably have somewhere to be too. So,
I got no rush in life anymore, man. Taking it slow.
All right. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the Hillers do here. It looks like. What does Coach have out here? We throwing? It looks like they got a new. Looks like the 2s are going to be coming out here.
Looks like could it be number 10? It's quarterback. Would Robbie Bernardin be the backup quarterback?
I believe so. Yes.
I think I see him coming out for a few snaps.
Okay.
Yeah, going back to that, the centers, right? I mean, Coach Rod didn't go under center for 3 or 4 years at all.
Longer than that. I think he just went under just a couple years ago. He started going under.
You have to have a center that can, and we have, with maybe the exception of Hank Rudden and Ryan's older brother Jake.
Yep.
We haven't had the tallest quarterbacks coming through here.
No, but that's something that, it gets overlooked, but it really, if you've got an inaccurate center, it throws everything off.
So it's number 10, Robbie Bernardin, handing off to number 27, Cam Mulvaney, the sophomore. And that is what? Call a timeout?
26 seconds to play.
26 seconds to play in the fourth quarter.
Who called the timeout? Did we call that? I guess so.
Oh, Needham called it?
Needham called it?
Maybe they just wanted to get the right guys in. Everybody's substituting.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get kids on the field here at this point.
Bernardin gets the snap. He's going to roll right. Going to roll. He throws, and it's Did he end up? He dropped it. Who's that? Is it number 4? Number 4, Max Lakasha?
Maxie.
Oh,
jeez. I tell you what, Bernardin took that. That was a nice snap. He rolled out.
Yeah.
Planted his foot. It looks like he can throw the ball.
Yeah.
He actually kind of looks similar to Ryan in stature as far as like height and whatnot.
He's a little thinner, a little smaller, but
he's younger.
Yeah.
But Max kind of set up in the back of the end zone there, and he just dropped it.
He caught it with his hands, but I think it went through his hands, and he just started bobbing a little bit. Look at another chance at some point. Here we go. 19 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And they're going to hand it off to he gets down to about, who's that, 27? That's Cam Mulvaney. All right, I want to make sure I get the right number. Is it 27, Don?
I think so, yes.
And that'll do it. The game is over as they come to midfield.
Somebody called a timeout, Rick. It stopped at 1.
Well, we can. Hopkins must have, right? You want to get that score?
Yeah, let's try to get in the end zone. Let's give Lakasha another chance here.
So where are they? They're at the 5-yard line?
Yeah, it's fourth down and 5.
Oh, you can get a first down, but it's irrelevant at this point. So it's 4th and 2 from the 5, but essentially you have to score. And Bernardin in the shotgun. He rolls right, rolls right, rolls right, rolls right. He throws it up, and it's long. And that'll do it as they come upfield for the handshake. We'll just recap this, Don. Needham wins it 28-7 in the first. A 20-yard pass from by Ogletree to Matt Smith. Go up 7-0. A 2-yard run by Tyler Reed at 1:23 of the second quarter. 14-0 Needham. 48-yard run by Tyler Reed. 7:08 of the third quarter. 21-0. A 22-yard pass to Matt Smith from Ogletree at 8:59 in the fourth quarter. 28-0. And a 1-yard run by Kelleher at 3:28 of the fourth quarter brings you the final score of 28-7. Anything to add?
No, we knew it was going to be a tough matchup here. I think you got to accentuate some of the positives. The Hillers moved the ball. The defense played pretty well. Needham made plays when they needed to, though, and you could really see the difference in size and talent. Kind of took over, and they just flat out they looked like they had more kids on the other side of the ball. So. You just lick your wounds. This is really not going to affect your playoffs at all. I don't know what kind of formula they have, but you get back to business next Saturday against Norwood, which we will not be there, but we'll be back here live on YouTube in 2 weeks.
September 28th.
On September 28th for Ashland. So that'll be fun.
All right. Well, that's the wrap. So for John Ritz. On the camera, Tom Diggs, your producer. Mike Tarosian. He's Don Lamb, and I'm Rick DeCina. Thank you. We'll see you September 28th.